Olga, just quickly, you tell a story about behind the curtain in terms of what happens with debt and whether it disappears or not disappears. Can you talk to us about that?
So I made up that term, behind the curtain. I think it's a really easy way to understand when the ATO classify a debt as non-economical to pursue. So there's a lot of old debt around. I haven't seen them do it recently, where someone says, well, and the ATO determined they're not working, there's no returns, there's no income, and they will classify a debt as non-economical to pursue. Now, the ATO use the term written off. Now, if I ask all of you in the room what written off means, you're all going to tell me the debt disappears. But a non-economical to pursue debt sits behind a curtain. And then when that taxpayer, if they ever lodge a return again, or they earn $1 of income, the non-economical to pursue debt magically reappears. It reappears with interest and penalties from the date it originally occurred. And so what people often believe is that it's been written off and it's no longer there, but it comes back and then it's immediately due and payable. The other fun thing we're seeing at the moment, and I've got 2 matters like this where clients have been through DOCAs and have been through the VA, but the debt is still sitting on a separate integrated client account. So at the moment, often most people only have one. We've got, as I said, 2 matters where they've created a column effectively called an integrated client account 6. Now the debt, and one of my clients sits at 5.6 million. He's been through a DOCA. It's completed, it's finished. However, that debt is still sitting there, even though the ATO is saying, oh no, it's not recoverable. It hasn't fully disappeared yet. He's a bit of fun because he's already gone and got another debt after going through the DOCA at 550,000. So we're back in to try and fix the 550,000 when the 5.5 million is supposedly gone. But what this is doing is, again, that it's the history and the compliance. So because they're sitting there, even though they're on different columns in different accounts, the ATO is now keeping that real historic record about what's been happening with that client, and it's going to be more difficult. But he tried to get himself into an arrangement. He said, I rang him up and I just told him how good my company is. They didn't really care. I said, yeah, I don't think they will. And so it's going to be harder. We'll be able to do it, but it will be harder to get him back into an arrangement for that new debt because these old ones are still appearing.